My love story with baking started about 7 years back, and one of the first few desserts I baked was a chocolate truffle cake, which was absolutely by accident after several failed attempts. To refresh those beautiful memories and my love story with baking, I am sharing my recipe of an eggless truffle cake with you that you can bake for your loved ones and have a very happy Valentine's Day. Let's get started. Before I start baking, I've prepared two heart-shaped pans which I've greased with melted butter and lined with parchment paper, which ensures that my cakes don't stick and come out easily. I'm also going to preheat my Morphy Richards 52-hour CSS oven at 180 degrees Celsius. For the cake, I'm going to start by combining maida, which is all-purpose flour, with cocoa powder, baking powder and baking soda. My dry mix is ready. Let's start working on the wet ingredients now. I am using melted butter. This is your regular salted butter along with sweetened condensed milk, which is why I'll not be adding any extra sugar into my cake. And now using my Morphy Richards hand blender, I'm going to combine these on low speed. Because I'm working with wet ingredients, I'm using the first speed setting of my hand blender. This looks good. Now into this, I'll be mixing in milk, which is at room temperature, along with some vanilla extract. So the wet ingredients are ready. Now all that is left to do is to combine the dry and wet mix to create a smooth batter. At this stage, I am going to use a spatula to mix my batter, just so that I don't run the risk of over-mixing it and my cake turns out light and fluffy just how I like it to be. My cake batter is ready. I am going to divide this between two 8-inch heart-shaped pans. In case you don't have a heart-shaped pan, you could just use your regular circular pan. If you want to make a smaller cake, you could halve this recipe and make a single 8-inch cake. Now these go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. My Morphy Richards oven has a mirror finished dough and an illuminated chamber. This means I can peacefully watch my cakes bake. Because I'm using a big 52 liters oven which is extremely spacious, I can bake both the layers of my cake together, and meanwhile I can start working on my chocolate ganache frosting. I have some chopped dark chocolate here. Onto this I'm going to pour some hot heavy cream. I'm going to let the hot cream sit on my chocolate chunks for a minute or so, and then use my spatula to mix this until it looks super smooth and glossy. The chocolate ganache is also ready. Now I'm going to pop this in the fridge for about 30 minutes and then we can whip it. So I've put my chocolate ganache in the fridge. Now let's check on our cakes. The convection feature of the Morphy Richards oven ensures that my cakes bake with an even color and have cooked evenly too. My chocolate ganache is cooled completely. I'm going to whip it now until it becomes super light and fluffy. I'll be using my Morphy Richards hand blender, which fits comfortably in the grip of my hand and is very easy to use. I'm going to spread a generous amount of frosting between both the layers, and if you want, you could also soak each layer of cake in sugar syrup. Now the second layer of the cake goes on top, and I'm going to cover both the top and the sides with frosting. Just make sure that you're spreading your frosting in an even and smooth layer. So I've frosted my chocolate cake with the ganache. Now this goes in the freezer for a couple of hours. And meanwhile, I can start working on my chocolate glaze. To make the chocolate glaze, I'm going to melt some chopped dark chocolate along with cubed butter and corn syrup on a double boiler. I'm going to cook this until my chocolate melts completely and my glaze looks smooth and shiny. My chocolate glaze is ready. I am now going to pour this warm glaze over my cooled cake, which I have now transferred onto a wire rack. And now one final element, I am decorating my cake with chocolate truffles, which come together very easily just by combining 2 parts of chocolate with 1 part of cream. I leave the link to a detailed recipe in the description box below. It's amazing looking back at how when I started, I had made so many mistakes and had major failure at hand. But my love for baking never gave up on me, and that's something I'm truly grateful for. I hope you also find the love and joy in what you do and that it never gives up on you. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, happy baking and lots of love.